Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be, what did you invest in the narcissistic relationship? Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the investments you had in that relationship before, of course, you knew that they were a narcissist. They were many. The first one I'll jump into is something that many people mention when I have one-on-one sessions with them, which is their time. They believe that the narcissist stole a lot of their time, perhaps even decades from them, and they can't get that time back. My take there is the truth of the matter is they can't get the time back. That's correct. But my hope is you're out of the relationship now, and you're understanding that you had to go through that relationship. It's what made you you. Maybe right now you're in a very vulnerable position. You're trying to escape the narcissistic relationship. Maybe it ended for you recently. Maybe it ended years ago. Point being is you should understand that you have to apply the lessons of the past, not predict the future, and live in the present moment. Because if you did not encounter that narcissistic relationship, let's say decades ago, trust me, another narcissistic relationship would have found you, and who knows where you would be right now. But time is a huge thing that we can't get back. And my take on time, whether you believe it exists or not, is that time is the most valuable commodity we have on the planet. It's not gold, it's not silver, it's time. Now, did the narcissist steal your time from you? That's up to you to decide if they did or didn't. My take is no, they didn't steal the time. What they did is they captured me, or you, as an example, for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. And then either A, you were discarded, or B, you exited it yourself, but you've healed, or you're healing, you're learning, you're growing, you're teaching if you can, you're becoming awakened and empowered, educated, and you're understanding that there was no other way. You had to go through that relationship, no matter what. If you think that you could have avoided it, that's not the case, because that's not what happened. So you need to practice radical acceptance and understand that that relationship was exactly something that you had to go through. It is a lifelong learning lesson, if you will, and it is a masterclass in narcissistic abuse. Now, having said that, remember, you can't unsee what you've seen. So if you practice the tools that I provide for you on the channel, and you understand that the path is going no contact, blocking the narcissist, deleting them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them, that is the path. If you can't do it now, I understand. Utilize gray rock, which means become dull and boring. All these things I'm sharing with you, all the investments that you placed in the narcissistic relationship, here's another one. How about the money that you spent in that relationship? All of the money that perhaps you had inherited or earned or saved up or worked for. A lot of that money went out the window throughout the relationship. Now, you thought that you were in a loving, stable, healthy relationship with the person, most likely, and nothing could have been further from the truth, because while you were paying for vacations and tuitions and cars and houses and boats and barbecues and extended family members' expenses, when you were doing all that, you did it out of the kindness of your heart. You didn't do it because you were obligated. You did it because it was the right thing to do, and you had the financial means to do just that. It's not how the narcissist saw it. They saw it as in you had money and you were earning a lot of money, you had money, and they wanted to take it from you. And when your bank account dried up and went to zero, that is when they kicked in the new supply, discarded you, and moved on as if you didn't even exist. Now, that's not trying to upset you or trigger you. It's letting you know how these people work. When the bank account is emptied, usually, so is the relationship. That is why testing the waters of the relationship before you actually get into one with somebody is imperative. You need to find out if they're financially stable, if they have a sound mind, if their actions follow their words, and if they're paying attention to you and asking you questions about yourself. Or are they just very transactional, like the narcissist, and they're saying to you, hey, what's your job? What kind of car do you drive? Oh, where do you get your hair cut? Oh, really? What kind of clothes do you wear? Oh, you're going to inherit money in a few years? Oh, I see. If they're doing things like that, or if they're trying to learn about you, just like the narcissist did when they met you, they're trying to learn what made you tick, what your background was, what your plans were, what your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. If people are doing that with you, number one, I would strongly suggest not sharing much information with them, specifically if you don't know them that well. Second of all, learn to not overshare. Third of all, if there's ever a lull in a conversation, you know, that awkward silence with anybody, that does not mean that you have to end it. Play that again. If there's an awkward silence in a communication or a conversation with somebody, whether you know them or not, that's kind of like a little waiting game. Who's going to break the ice and say something? Because it's kind of awkward, right? Well, these moments happen frequently. It doesn't always have to be you to say something, and you certainly shouldn't be offering up information. So another thing that you invested in the relationship was money. Another one you invested was relationships with children or extended family members or friends or neighbors or colleagues or people in communities you are part of with the narcissist. This is a huge one personally because the investments in people is a massive thing for me. Connecting with people, being the best version of yourself possible is the path. That's not what the narcissist saw. The narcissist wanted to take all of your relationships and they wanted to divide a wedge between you and those people. Children, family members, extended family members, colleagues, next door neighbors, people you used to work with, people you knew for decades. Their whole purpose, i.e. the narcissist, was to isolate you and to drive a wedge between you. So another thing they did there is they wanted to make sure that the investments that you had with individuals, with people, before the time you met the narcissist, and certainly throughout the length of the relationship with the narcissist, that when they discarded you, you wouldn't have those relationships in place. And they did a very good job. This is what the narcissist does. The narcissist, remember, they will tell you A, B, and C. They will promise you the moon and the stars, but what reality is, they're going to give you nothing but an emptiness, nothing but anxiety, nothing but hollowness, nothing but taking. They're going to leave you a shell of yourself if you are discarded. And if you were discarded, please drop comments below. Another thing that you may have invested in the narcissistic relationship is memories. Think about all the holidays, the birthdays, the barbecues, the special events, the vacations. Think about all the trips you took. Think about all of the special events that you experienced. All of these things were supposed to be beautiful times shared and to create memories and to create a lifelong history of a relationship. That is how it usually goes in a stable or healthy relationship, not with the narcissist. What the narcissist wants to do is implode special days, implode your birthday, implode special holidays and barbecues and events. And the reason why they want to do that is because, number one, they can, but number two, they don't want you to enjoy yourself, and number three, they want to make sure they put a scar or a stain on every holiday or birthday or event that they possibly can, because the narcissist needs the spotlight to be on them. It can't be on a holiday that may be coming up for you soon in this month of December or January. No, that's too broad. The narcissist needs that microscope placed on them. They need all the attention, the adoration. They need everything to be about them. So that's why frequently they would blow up vacations, etc., because they could, and they wanted to take that from you. So all the special holidays and events that you experienced, and you had the potential to have perhaps years of beautiful memories, a lot of those are thrown out the window because the narcissist took them for you. And the investment in those times, again, it's not fun to go through, but it is reality. It's exactly what you experienced, and it's what I experienced. Another thing that you may have invested in the narcissistic relationship, it will be opportunities that were taken and opportunities that were missed. Example, let's say you started a business with the narcissist, or you started a business for the narcissist. Okay, well, how did that go? I can assure you it went one of two ways. One, either you were working for them, even though the business was your idea, and you were being paid absolutely zero, and the narcissist was withholding the profits from that business, and they were claiming that they had no money, or perhaps they were transactioning business deals in cash, so it couldn't be traced, any or all of the above. But you were working morning, noon, and night for that company, and the narcissist had you in place. They put you exactly where they wanted to put you, as a person in charge of getting the business to function properly. And many times when you did that, the business would be crushing it. A lot of money would be coming in, but would you see that money? No, you wouldn't. I'll tell you right now, you wouldn't. But what would you be accountable for? Well, you'd be accountable for paying the bills and making sure that people showed up for work and did whatever they had to do. But the narcissist was squirreling away all the proceeds from that business. Think about that. So what I'm sharing there is that business could have crushed it. Probably if you were in a romantic relationship with the narcissist and you figured it out a little too late and you went into business with them or created a business with them while you were married with them or in a relationship with them, that is a huge missed opportunity, because what once was will never be. And the narcissist doesn't care about the business. They just cared about you being the unpaid helper and creating the business idea and working while they were out golfing or gallivanting the globe or doing whatever they were doing. Or maybe they did have a skill set and they would do their little skill, whatever it was, and they would act like it was the best thing since sliced bread. Well, sure, maybe they're talented in some capacity, I get that, but truth of the matter is they needed you. And what did they do? They kept pushing your buttons, and they kept on not giving you the proceeds from the business or not doing what they should have been doing. So that's a missed opportunity. Same thing if you bought property with the narcissist. Think about that one. Well, That's an investment. Maybe you bought a beach house, maybe you bought a boat, maybe you bought a house or cars, who knows? Maybe you bought tangible assets. If you did that, well, you did it because you believed that the two of you were headed in the same direction and you wanted to own something together or multiple things together. That's what people usually do. They want to do things together and be part of a team or a loving relationship. It's not what the narcissist saw. They saw your wallet or your checkbook open right up. They saw all the zeros in your bank account and they said, okay, I will act like I'm interested in purchasing this property or whatever it's going to be. Let's use property or house as an example. And I will get them to buy this and I'll tell them I'll pay them back later, but they'll put it under my name. So now the deed or the mortgage or whatever it is under my name, and they are stuck doing what? That's right, they're stuck footing the bill. And then, let's say it's a romantic relationship, adding on to this example, well, what happens there? Sooner or later, the mask will slip off of the narcissist. Now you see the pitch black darkness of their pupils, you see their disdain for you, you see how much they don't care about you, but yet what do you also see? You see that they had dollar signs in mind the whole time, and now they want that property or that house. They never cared about you. They manipulated you. They tricked you and trapped you and had you open your wallet or checkbook to purchase things they knew that they would try to extract from you at a later date. You should really play that part again, because I hear this virtually every single day and I lived it for a period of time. This is what the narcissist wants. They want to take, and when they're done, what do they want to do? That's right, they want to take more. Usually things come down to financial resources with the narcissist. Now you may flip it and say, well, Andrew, the narcissist, I knew they had a lot of money. Great. If they had a lot of money, then what they did with you probably is they had you quit your job, isolated you, probably moved you halfway around the globe, and blew up your friendships or relationships. So now you never graduated university, or you never had a career path, or you never were in the system. And so now when they discarded you, there's no money coming in. And what happens there? Well, now it's not good for you. Let's put it that way. That's why people get this message. Anyone who's entering a new relationship, let's say romantically, friendship, whatever you want, but romance specifically, you need to make sure that your future partner is vetted properly. And on top of that, you need to make sure they have their own money. If they don't have their own money, I would tread lightly, let's put it like that. And I can do a video on that whole topic if you would like. But the investments you made in the narcissistic relationship, they were many. They were so many sleepless nights that you encountered, so many nights waiting for the text, so many nights waiting for the phone to ring, so many nights waiting for the front door to open, so many nights waiting to hear when the narcissist allegedly went on a weekend getaway or a seminar, waiting for the narcissist to text and say, hey, I'm fine. Well, that text never came, did it? No. Why? Because they weren't where they told you they would be. They're somewhere else getting your replacement because they already had you lined up and they had you built in supply. So you were taking care of the kids, the house, and all the bills at the home while they were out, again, looking around for your replacement. This is how the cycle goes on and on and on. So another one, this is a big one. The emotional investment you had in the relationship. Let's say that you did fall in love with the narcissist, or let's say that the narcissist is your son or daughter, or maybe your sibling. Okay, well, did you love them? Yeah. Do you love them now? Maybe. I can't tell you. What I can tell you is the narcissist has no love within them. They don't love themselves. They don't love their kids. They don't love their parents. They don't love anybody. They only care about themselves. They're essentially a wrecking ball, creating devastation and walking through life and leaving a trail of destruction in their past. So why I'm saying that is because if you did fall in love with the narcissist, or maybe it's one of your kids or a sibling or something, well, you have the ability to love. That's why you made it this far in the video. And that's a beautiful thing. But the narcissist doesn't care. The narcissist looks at everybody as an opportunity. And they look at your love as a weakness. They look at your empathy as something to take advantage of. They look at your health as something that will continuously be depleted the longer you stay in these relationships. Think about this one for a moment. Side note, let's say you're living life, everything's going well, but there's one narcissist still in your life, no matter who it is, but they're far away from you. Let's say they're 1,000 miles away, 10,000, or a couple thousand miles away, whatever. Well, this person texts you or calls you every once in a while, and they're asking you for things, and they're not proud of your successes or what you're accomplishing, but yet they're trying to drain your energy. And you continue to communicate with that individual. Do you think that's benefiting you? It's not. Why? Because that person's an energy vampire. And what they're doing is stealing your investment in yourself, and they're capturing it for themselves. That's why when you're communicating with the narcissist in the past, now, or hopefully not in the future, these people, they are envious of you. They're jealous of you. They want to be you. They will guilt you into giving anything that you possess to them. This is how they play on your heartstrings, because again, they think you're weak because you can love. They think you're weak because you have empathy. They think that what you have should be theirs. So that's another investment that you had in the narcissistic relationship. Your emotional investment was huge. Going back now, if you fell in love with the narcissist, the minute they heard you say those 3 magic words, I love you, or let's move in, or let's create a family, things like that. That was 4 words, but you get my point. That's when they know they have you. That's when the dirty fangs are sunken into you. And that's when you're at the point of no return, because number 1, you don't know what narcissism is. Number 2, you can't recognize that the person you're with is a narcissist. Number 3, you can't believe someone could never have your best interest at heart, and they don't want you to grow, and they don't want you to live your best life. And number 4, they now have you trapped in the narcissistic fog. You're about to enter the devaluation stage. This is how the cycle goes on and on and on. The only way the cycle continues without you is when you are removed, or you remove yourself from it. Because this cycle, I'm telling you, the narcissist is trapped down here. They are stuck in the low vibrational state. They can never, ever go up like you can. They can't do it. They need somebody like you, a beautiful, bright, shining light, to take things from. Then they can elevate higher as they're putting you lower, because there's an energetic exchange. But once you're gone, let's say discarded as another example, well, you never think you're gonna make it, but you do, and here you are. Just like that beautiful sunlight behind me setting in the back of the forest. That is the narcissistic relationship in a nutshell. You are the sun, and you are the energy source, and it is going down on the narcissist. The narcissist, just like in about an hour, this forest will be pitch black because there'll be no sun. That's the narcissist existence. You are the sun. You're the one that shone on them, shine your light on them. They're the person that captured you for a period of time, but they can't do it any longer because you're getting the wisdom on the channel. I hope you understand what I'm sharing with you guys. The investments you made in the narcissistic relationship, they were so many, and I just touched on about 6 of them. I'm certain there are literally hundreds others. So please drop comments below and let me know what you think, and pay it forward and share it with the community. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. God bless you. I love you. Have a great day. It's getting chilly, so I'm going to go back. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the picturesque setting here. I loved it. It kind of reminded me of like a 1970s mellow album. Yes, album. So mellow gold or something. I love you guys. Bye.